Hey, Lucy Boyce, we finally talked about notes. Musical alphabet is 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. However, there are 12 notes in the Western chromatic scale. Chromatic's a fancy word that just means melodic motion in half steps, meaning every half step is included. So a chromatic scale in the A string would look like this. Once you get to 12, you're back at A because you've exhausted all 12 notes. So we have a discrepancy, 7 letters, but 12 notes. That's where sharps and flats come into play. And those together are called accidentals. That's a technical term referring to both sharps and flats. Sharp, of course, means to go up from where you are, and flat means to go down. So if this note is a C, and this is a C sharp, and this is a D, the note in between could be called C sharp with reference to the C, or it can be called D flat with reference to the D. However, we're a predominantly sharp key instrument. The keys that you're playing scales in are E, A, D, and G, and all of those are sharp keys. So our default mode will be sharps when we think about the guitar. So now I want you to play your high E string. I want you to name all the notes. You have to remember one crucial thing. E has no sharp, and you're writing this in your chart. E has no sharp, and neither does B. So there's no B sharp. B and C are a half step apart. And there's no E sharp. E and F are similarly one half step apart. So play your high E and name your notes. I call this play and say E, F, because there's no E sharp, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, no B sharp, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. You always know if you've made a mistake if you get to 12 and you're not on the note you started on. You can technically do that with any string, and if you're feeling nerdy, go ahead and do it, but I want you to do it just on the first string, at least. Okay, now your scales are not changed, your pentatonics. I didn't add anything to that, but I'll do them briefly. E major, A, D, and G. And then the minors. Here should go up and down, of course. I'm just reviewing. Okay, nice. But we did do new chords, so we added sevenths. E minor, E major. The middle voice goes open for the seventh here. That's an E7. Then go to A minor, A major. Same concept here. The middle note goes open, but you do that by shifting your ring finger down to the second string, and then the G's open. There's your A7, which takes you to B7 and home. Okay, for your G cycle, G, C add 9, D, and then D7. So the middle voice is on the second string. It has to go to the first fret. So this is your D7. Very twangy. G, C add 9, D, D7, back. The C cycle uses this shape for C, F, C, and G. So take this and do some silent practice, teaching these fingers to move in tandem as a pair. And go. Now add your first finger for C, shift these up, and add your pinky for G3. So called because it's a G played with 3 fingers. Okay, that's your chord work. In Fire Away, you really have to get rid of the gap. You have to open up a gap and then close it. So it's going to be, that's got to be a long beat, but you got to rush to the next position. Rush. I want the gaps between the chords gone. So you're doing a long downstroke at the end of the pattern, but you're not resting, you're rushing to the next chord in the sequence. Okay, the other new thing today was Home, which is a One Direction riff, and it's based on a 5-note, or really a 4-note E scale that starts at the 7th fret. Well, let's not bother you with the theory. It's played on the A string, but the E is always the accompanying note. So if you want to focus just on the melody first, it's... Wait, let me look at my tab. Okay, now I'm there. So then the second half, it involved pulling off from 11 to 9 and then hammering on. That's a nice little technique to work on. So the whole single string riff one more time. Now you're always going to be playing the open low E with it, and you're going to be strumming. So the strums are crucial. So let me just show you what it's going to sound like. So it's down, down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, up, 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 up. That's it, kiddo. Have fun.